Everybody, what's up, everybody? Here we go. Let's get that audio working. What's up, Zachary Harris? How are you, brother? Big Ron is in the house, that's for sure. What's up, Eric Clark? How are you, man? How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We're back from the weekend. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to get, well, hopefully you had a good Monday starting off the right way, because I didn't. I didn't start my Monday off the right way at all. I spent most of it sleeping. I slept most of the damn day. Most of the damn day. It was ridiculous. But that's okay. We're still here. We still made it in. We're good to go. That's just one of those things. It's one of those, it's a long day. There's not really much you can do about it. You got to deal with whatever you got to deal with. What's up, Barry Jones? How are you, brother? Good to see you in here. Happy Monday, by the way. We're all back. Lori, well, how's it going? All of our regulars are here. This is exciting. This is some of the best news that I can have, because I haven't seen all of our regulars in here at the same time on a Monday in a long time. Normally I have to go Monday, then maybe I'll get you all on Wednesday, and then maybe, it depends on the time. Are the later shows during the week better then for everybody? I don't it's hard to tell. What's up, DK? How are you doing, man? How is it going over there on Instagram? You guys hanging out over there? Seems like it. We're getting ready to get started. I still have to, I got to plug in my phone so that I can charge while we got the IG going on over there. But it was a good weekend. Did everybody have a good weekend? Did anybody do anything interesting? Or did you just relax and just kind of go through the motions? What's up, Rick? How are you, brother? We got everybody in here, so we're good. Yeah, later. I'm thinking I might go for like the 6 or 7 show, and I like the later ones myself too, because it seems like everybody's more available and ready to go. Got vaccinated. Oh, how was that? How did your vaccination go, man? How are you feeling now? After a couple of days, because I have a few friends who just recently got it vaccinated as well, and they were not feeling good. Literally, like the day after, oh boy, they did not feel good. They were feeling pretty bad. But then after that, they were feeling good, and I got shook. Yeah, I believe it, dude. Were you like all shaky and like you had the shakes and you couldn't really move? Did you have a headache? Did you feel good? Did you lose all your energy? Barry went to the matches, the wrestling matches. Oh, was that in Barnesville this weekend? Did y'all have? What's up, Joey? How are you, brother? We're just doing the Just Jordane show. John, thanks for joining us on our live excursion into the internet's deep trenches. Today we're going to be going over the old comedy Gremlins. If you guys remember Gremlins, if you guys have you guys seen Gremlins? If you haven't seen Gremlins, if we got any of the younger kids in here, you probably haven't seen Gremlins. So you're gonna have to go see it before you watch this review, because I'll go over a few things. I'll go over a few spoilers and stuff like that. But I mean, the movie was done before I was even born. It was done in like 1984. So, you know, don't be too disappointed about the spoiler alerts, because come on now. Awful. Everything you said. Saturday and Sunday, I felt fatigue and headaches, and it was crazy. Yeah. How are you feeling now, though? You're better now? So you got it on Friday? Feel better, but can't rise my left arm so I'm a rest. That sucks. Yeah, but at least now you don't have to worry about it now. You have the hard part like all taken care of. You don't have to worry about it now. The hard part for you is just resting. Now all you have to do is rest. So that's not so bad. That's not so bad. And I've seen a lot. Oh, and I do have a video of Dr. Fauci, and you guys know how much of a fan I am of Dr. Fauci. I have another video that I want to go over with that, but we're going to do that probably Tuesday or Wednesday, because that was just very entertaining. It was a good one, and I don't want to give anything away from it yet, just in case you guys haven't seen the interview, but it's very fun, very fun. Bernie, Phoebe Cates, gorgeous. Phoebe Cates, I'm assuming she was one of the ladies in there. I don't know actors' names. I don't know like celebrities. I don't know any of that stuff. So you have to work with me. I'm the most ill-informed movie reviewer when it comes to movies. I'm the most informed. But I will tell you a good story about the movie, and I will let you know whether it was entertaining or not, and why I thought it was entertaining. One lady fainted after the shot in the 15-minute waiting room. I'm like, yo, yeah. That's the thing about it, though, and that's like most people some people, not most, but like some people have, whenever they do get their shots, they do have a reaction like that where they do faint. And that's like, sometimes you just can't really help that. I remember seeing when the vaccine started first happening, there was a nurse who got a vaccine, and then she was doing an interview about 15 minutes afterwards, and as she was on camera, she started going like, whoa, my legs are, my legs are, like, she started feeling really bad, and then she fell down, and now, you know, people were around to catch her. And it was on TV. I'm sure they didn't like that. I'm sure they didn't like putting that shit on there. But, you know, it is what it is. It seems like that's more just like the normal stuff whenever it comes to people having to take shots, as opposed to the actual COVID vaccine. Even though the COVID vaccine is a vaccine, it does contain materials that, you know, we've never tested in humans before. So that is somewhat of a scary thing about it. But what are you going to do? It is what it is at this point, you know, like, we've been talking about it for so long. It's like, okay, it's been a year. I just want to get back to somewhat kind of normalcy that we can. Bernie, the brunette lead. Okay. Phoebe Cates, gorgeous. Fast Times in Ridgemont High. I've never seen Fast Times in Ridgemont High. Maybe I should review that one too. And Gremlins was when she was at her finest, the brunette lead. I gotcha. Yeah, they have to keep us in the gymnasium for 15 minutes to make sure. Yeah, that's pretty normal stuff. That's like, you know, but the thing is, it sucks because you do end up feeling bad. Hey, I don't know how to say your name. XERICX number 2. Great to see you. The internet always gives us the most random things, and you know, if it's not a random comment from a random troll, it's a random name from a person who I've never seen before, and I can't even read the name. And it doesn't even look like it's a foreign name. It just looks like it's just letters that were thrown together with no other purpose other than making a jumbled up noisy sound. 3 hours later, it's going to feel different. Damn. And you still haven't quite recovered from it quite yet. But it took them about 2 days after they took the vaccine for them to start feeling somewhat normal and somewhat regular. So hopefully, DK, you'll start feeling all right as we keep going on down this track. But being tired, I mean, who knows? I could have gotten. I'm glad that I do get tested periodically for COVID. I don't do it as often as some people do for their jobs and stuff, but I've gotten it like 3 times. I've gotten a test 3 times now, which is shoving that freaking thing up your brain. Hey, Eric, how are you, buddy? Glad to see you, Eric Clark. But shoving that thing into your nose like that just gets repetitively. It gets over and over and over. You feel like you're peeling. Each time you pull the thing out of your nose, you feel like you're taking out a damn. You feel like you're taking the damn your brain. You're taking brain particles out with you. You know. Hey, I just got here. You did not miss anything, Daystone Wolf. We just got started. We're rolling. I am going to talk about Gremlins today because I watched it and that was from my childhood. And that's a PG movie, by the way, guys. That's a PG movie. And this is like all kinds of crazy shit happens in it. And I completely forgot. I just remember Gizmo, and I remember Gizmo being like the cutest little shit. But right now we're just talking about, we're updating ourselves a little bit. I got a friend over here on Instagram who just had the vaccine, and I have a friend who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine as well, DK. I only need one. Did you get it? I get tested every week. Did you get, yeah, that sucks. But it is what it is. Did you get the Johnson & Johnson one? Because my friend is the one that they got, volume is, oh, thank you. Thank you, Trust in Phil. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Had to fix that audio just a little bit. Sometimes it's too high. Most of the time it's too low. So we're really good with that. Was it the Johnson & Johnson one? Because my friend got the Johnson & Johnson one. And it is better because you only have to do 1 dose. Yeah, that's what I would do. If I'm doing it, I'm doing 1 dose. If I have to do it, I'm doing 1 dose. That's just part of the game for me. I ain't messing with anything else. I don't want to come back for 3 more servings. How about you just give me 1 good enough for the good go and let's get it over with. Let's roll. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I actually want to go home and take a nap, just like I just woke up from. Can you guys see my eyes still red? Man, I can't believe that I went home. I came home in the middle of the day, and I was going to do the show at about 3 p.m. But I came home at about 2 p.m., and then I laid down, and I didn't wake up until about 6:30. I didn't wake up till about 6:30. Yeah, because it's 8 now. So it's been a little bit. Hey, Lori, how are you? Good to see you. I have not seen you in a long time, Lori. How's everything over there? Are you still in Maryland? Because I'm still up here in Maryland, too. The 1 dose is well recommended. Yeah, dude. That 1 dose, yeah, dude. Yeah. Even if you can't lift your arm for a day or 2, get it over with. Keep it moving. Now you don't have to worry about it anymore. Now you're good to go. The sleep is the best part. The sleep is the best part. And I love my sleep. I'm crazy about my sleep, you know. And I always try, but I can't stop sleeping. Younger people are not even able to get it here in Alabama yet. Yeah, that was what Joe Biden, I think I saw on a conference or a news thing here recently. He was saying that they are. Where is it? Whoa. I'm losing my train of thought. Sorry, guys. Not in Alabama. Yeah, he was saying in June or July it may be available for everybody at that point then. So hopefully it will be more available in June or July to every normal person, I guess. Every person who's not of age or who's more likely to get it or any of that type of stuff. So hopefully, but you never know. As long as you don't see Ron having 2 heads, just his hair growing back, then you should be fine. Exactly. You should be fine, but you never know. 13 hours sleep on Saturday and 11 hours sleep on Sunday. Damn, Danny, are you going to die? Are you dying now? What the hell is going on? What? 13 hours? You sound like, I got 3 hours on Saturday and then 5, no, it might have been like 3 or 4 hours on Sunday. And then last night I got like maybe 5 hours, but they weren't like the best rest. So I'm still just, man, today was just a shit day. Today was just a shit day. I had so much stuff that I had to do. Didn't accomplish anything I wanted to accomplish. Just annoying. But it is what it is. We're good to go. We're fine. We're here for the show. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get a little workout in after the show, and then I'll be ready for tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little bit better because, geez, Louise, guys, half of Alaska's population is vaccinated. Yeah, and I think that Israel is like the most vaccinated country so far now because they got like most of their citizens vaccinated. But they're like very, very tiny though. So like, Alaska's probably the same because Alaska is not like they have a giant population there in Alaska. Big place, not that not that good for that. But Rick said I got the Pfizer 2 shots. Did you? So how long? How does that work? Do you have to do the 2 shot? You take 1 shot and then a week later you take another shot. You can't take too many of the shots. How does that work? That's I just like the idea of just having that one shot and then getting it out of the way because that seems to be the best. That seems to be the best case for me. Lori, yep, good for you, Lori. I'm glad that you got to join us today for the show. Bernie, no, if you do got the 1 shot, you'd get it. Then you'd have to go pee. Then you'd go nap, LOL. Yeah, I would. I'd have to go pee and nap, always. Did you know, as of November 27th, 2020, there is talks for a Gremlins 3 movie. I would be so happy about that if they had a Gremlins 3. I'm going to, after I get done with this episode, I'm going to watch Gremlins 2, and we'll see if that one still holds up as well, because Gremlins, the first Gremlins, did not believe that it was PG. Believing that I do not believe that movie was PG. There's no way that was PG. Even though most of the show or the movie was it wasn't even like PG or not PG. It wasn't even like CGI or anything like that. It was like a bunch of dummies and puppets. So it was pretty cool. It's more realistic. I think it's more realistic that way because we see so many things with great graphics now, and you can just see like everything is CGI'd. All the video games, all the cartoon movies. There's like hardly any cartoons anymore. Tara Ivy, Alabama is always a little behind. Yeah, Alabama's always a little behind, and a little bit of everything, I guess. I guess you could say that is what it is at that point. You know, Alabama's just going to do what Alabama's going to do. And Daystone Wolf, Tara said, I will definitely watch a part 3 too. I think most of us would agree with that. Rick Morris, 2 weeks later, no side effects. Hell yeah. It might be worth it to do 2 of them then. It might be worth it. Bernie, and the second one is ramped up from the first one, complete with the Hulk Hogan cameo. Oh, you're giving it away, Bernie. You should have, spoiler alert, you should have just let me watch it and be surprised. You ruined it. Damn, that would have been great to just see the Hulk Hogan come out of nowhere. Except in college sports, Tara. That's true. Alabama's number 1 in college sports, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, so I'm just tired of I'm just tired of being tired, and the damn sleep just doesn't stop. And I slept too damn much today, and I'm still trying to recover. I'm trying to get over it, and I'm trying to wake up, and you still have all those cobwebs in your head, and now, yeah. Got any water? Don't spill it. Yeah, that was the cool thing about Gremlins. So if you guys have never seen Gremlins, they're about these little furry creatures that look like, if you've ever seen a Furby, they're like a Furby but more humanistic in their build. And instead of having like a furry ears, the ears on the Gremlins are kind of like bat wings, kind of ish. Kind of look like bat wings in a way. The ears do kind of look a little weird. Tara, Bernie already ruined it. Tara said, you will see someone on part 2 that is familiar and crack up. Wait for the movie theater scene. Bernie, I'm sorry, didn't tell you when it happens. It'll be a surprise. It won't be. That's the spoiler I was trying to avoid about Hogan. Thanks, Bernie. Bernie ruined that one. Gremlins 2 got PG-13. So Gremlins 2 got PG-13, and then the first Gremlins got PG. Now, Bob and Jimmy, I think, both of us back in the Spinning Venom radio days when we were doing SVR often, we saw a video where they were breaking down the rating system and how the rating system has changed throughout the years and how different groups would like politic to try to get the rating systems changed. So you'd have like Christian groups over here and it's so weird. It's so like everything's kind of reversed because you used to have Christian groups trying to control people's thought processes and control the information and all that type of stuff. So now it's switched over to like the woke people or canceling people because of their idealistic tendencies and their idealistic They're basically like their own. It's like they replaced. They don't believe in religion, but they replaced the religious belief that they would have had, which would have been like whatever Islam, Christianity, whatever, with whatever their ideals are, which is more politically based. So when you get people who are ideologically possessed with politics, you can't really like that. That's when you get those people who can't see any other way but their only way. So that's a hard one. But going back to the Gremlins movie. And the way that they changed the rating system, it's just so crazy because PG movies now, you could never do all the same. And maybe you could, though, because I'm thinking about it now because they were dummies. So all the violence was done onto dummies, and they weren't like real. It wasn't done to real things. So maybe that's kind of how they explain it. But it's still violence, though. It's still a lot of dirty fucking violence, man. So you get these little fluffy little cute little guys, and you start off with one. And it starts with this salesman. He's an inventor. He's trying to sell these shitty inventions to a whole bunch of different companies and stuff. And he finds this younger kid who I think he's a Chinese kid, and he takes him to his grandfather's store. And he thinks that his grandfather's store is like a, I guess you could say it's a like one of those black market shops, zoos where you pick up like where you can get like exotic animals and things like that. So he's there just looking around trying to sell his product, and his product does not match anything in that store. So it's kind of a funny scene because you see this guy who is really trying to sell his product, but he's trying to sell his product to somebody who definitely ain't going to buy it because this old ancient Chinese man, and he looks like one of those ancient martial arts teachers from the old school martial arts movies with the long beard and the long white hair, and he refuses to sell the gremlin. The guy wants to buy the gremlin. He refuses to sell the gremlin because the gremlin's too much responsibility. But they need money because they're not selling anything because I mean it's a black market store, so you can't really you can't really do it, you know. Tara, we have ruined it for him. Yes. I should have just watched it. I shouldn't have mentioned Gremlins, damn it. So the grandson is like, oh, we need to make some money, Grandpa. We got to make some money. So I'm going to go on and sell this damn thing behind your back. And this is him talking to his grandpa because he's just saying it. He's not telling his grandpa literally, but this is what I'm taking from it. So he goes on and sells the salesman or the inventor, who ends up being Gizmo, which is the gremlin, which is, they call it something else in the movie. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they come with 3 different rules or 3 separate rules. The first one is no sunlight. They hate the sunlight. The sunlight kills them, makes them go crazy. Don't feed them after midnight, and don't get them wet. And you know, you watching the movie, you see all the different pieces in line. So now you get the story, you get the idea, you get what it is. Well, you don't really get what it is. As it's going, you're figuring it out. So it's like 3 things to watch. And this is what I like about the movie because it's very easy, very easily digestible. It might be a little cliche. It's a little bit of an older movie, so it's a little more simpler storytelling. But the simpler storytelling is pretty cool too. So he gets the animal. Or, I guess it's an animal. I don't know. What the fuck are gremlins? Are they animals? What are they? I guess they're animals. But, so he gets them, and, you know, you have the 3 rules. Don't feed them. Don't get them wet. Well, don't feed them past midnight. Don't get them wet. And, don't. Hold on, I spilled my tea over here, damn it. And I should be drinking tea this late right now anyway, but that's what I get. That is what I get, y'all. That is what I get. So anyway, as you're watching, the thing that I like about the storytelling of the movie is you have the 3 things that you're supposed to look out for. So now once he mentions, don't do this. Do not let them get wet. Do not feed them after midnight. Do not let them go into the sunlight. Do not let them go into the daylight. So he's like, okay, yeah, sure, got it. It's actually a gift for his kid. So he gives the gift to his kid, who's like a teenager, whatever. Teenager has him. He's hanging out with him for a little bit, and then he's artsy fartsy. So he's painting and he spills some water onto the damn things. And the gremlin, the gizmo, gets a little wet, and then all these little balls of fur start flying off of him. So who knew that you had to wet this animal and then it would just all of a sudden start shooting off seeds and he could procreate just like that. Just by getting wet, he would procreate, which is pretty fun. It's a little nasty, though. It was very nasty, though, because you see like how it hurts Gizmo. Hope you didn't spill your tea on Gizmo. I hope I didn't either, damn it. But then Gizmo like freaks out, lays down, and is like, "Oh no!" And all these things are popping off of him. So you have like 5 more. You have 5 more Gizmos now. Now they're all like little, small, soft, furry little things, and they're little assholes. They're just little assholes. They're little shits, and they have their own personalities. And it looks like they might have already those personalities were lying dormant in Gizmo the whole time. And Gizmo knows them, and he was disappointed when they came out because Gizmo knows that he can't get wet, he can't eat past 12. Gizmo knows the rules. Gizmo's about it. But Gizmo still has mistakes happen to him, and the gremlins go crazy. It is nasty. I'm sorry, but it is nasty. It's very nasty the way they just popped out of their backs like that. So now you know, don't get them wet. Now we got them wet. Now they're procreating all over the place. Now you realize that they can get wet. It's like, okay, that sucks. So he takes one of them to like a teacher or a professor or whatever, like a high school teacher or something like that. Especially Stripe. Yeah, I think Stripe is the one that I was thinking of. Stripe's that little asshole. Is Stripe the one with the mohawk? I think Stripe's the one with the mohawk. I love Stripe. Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be that one. And that was Stripe's the little badass. The little badass. Oh, but then as we keep going along in the story, then you see that the reason why is, because they procreate, and then there's a bunch of these little shits everywhere. Now you have like 5 or 6 of them, and he decides to take one of the gremlins to a teacher so that he can check them out, and he checks out the animal, and he's looking at him, watching him in the cage and everything, and he decides to leave. He leaves a bag of chips by the cage, and then the little gremlin's hungry, and the gremlin probably knows. The gremlins, it seems to me that the gremlins know that they can transform, and all they have to do is make it happen. So the scientist left. This gremlin eats a bag of stuff after 12 p.m., and then the other 5 or 6 that were in this other boy's room, who's the original kid whose father bought him Gizmo, now he has like 7 or 8 cocoons of gremlins in his bedroom, and he don't even know about it. Now he's got these wild ass animals in there, and now we're getting up to the part where it blew my mind, because I thought it was PG all the way up, but then I realized no, it's 1980s PG, 1980s PG. Because this lady walks in, and I don't know if it's like the kid's mom. I think it was the kid's mom, or if it was I don't know. I think it was the kid's mom. I'm not sure. I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the women in there. And the very first casualty is one of the gremlins, and she hits him. She hits like he's like diving into they ate the alarm clock wire, and he fed them after midnight. That's what it was, DK. Thank you. He that was what it was. So the gremlin with the scientist ate the chips that he didn't have that was close to him, and then he checked the time because they were acting like they were hungry, and then he was like, okay, well, it's 11:45, and then after that they got into a little they got into their own cocoons, and he was like, what the fuck is this? What the hell is going on here? How'd they get into the cocoons? Turns out they chewed out the wires from the clock, and he ended up feeding them after midnight. So now they're all changing, and they don't know at this point what they're going to change into. And they do a little bit of anticipation for what you're going to see, and it's actually pretty damn good. Still a good movie. Very violent though. So now, whenever the cocoons hatch, so the cocoon hatches in the cage by itself, he gets out of there and starts rolling. But then the girl who's stuck with them at the house is like there's one of them, and I was saying it earlier. There's one of them that's like in a blender or a mixer, and she turns the mixer on and just starts, and like the fucking, you just see the gremlin's legs just start spinning, and his whole upper body and torso is like gone. And it's just legs, just twisting. And it's like, what the fuck? You just made a gremlin salad out of this shit. And like, my mind's blown now. And then she turns around, and there's like another one coming after her. She throws that one down. There's another one coming after her. She pushes this one into the fucking microwave. She pushes the gremlin into the microwave, sets it real quick, and the damn thing just explodes. It's like you're setting a fucking puppy dog on fire or something. Setting the damn gremlins on fire and fucking everything. Finally, she loses control. They start catching up on her. And then her fucking son comes in, grabs a fucking samurai sword, and chops one of their heads off. And I'm just like sitting here like, this is PG. This don't seem like PG. What is going on? This is not a PG movie at all. This is this is rated R shit. It's rated R shit. But I guess people weren't dying, so it wasn't so bad. I don't know, but that just made me laugh my ass off. When that girl put that damn gremlin in the microwave, I laughed so goddamn hard. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is some of the funniest shit I have seen, man. This is some of the funniest shit. The Christmas tree falls on her. That's what it was, because they are in there. Yeah, it was one of the ones with the red eyes. He was hiding in the Christmas tree, and then it fell over on top of her, and she's freaking out because she's like, oh, shit, and now this is on top of me. And then that was when the son ran in and chopped the head off. Chopped the head off. Man, how violent was that shit, man? How violent was that shit? Oh, my God, Shy has joined the chat. Now we literally have everybody. Everybody is here. I'm so glad that everybody's here. That's so badass. But just getting to that scene where I was just like, man, this is crazy shit. That's some crazy shit, man. I forgot. I either forgot or I didn't even know how this movie really was. I didn't know it was that violent. I didn't have a clue. I was so disappointed in myself because I was like, this is why I liked it when I was a kid. This has to be why I liked it when I was a kid. There's no other reason why. Why would I like it? Because of the cute little shits? The cute little shits are cute, and you do like them. But I like the violence. The violence is really fun. Very fun. Especially microwaving the monsters that are coming after you. That's some shit, man. Lots of violence, but no blood and gore. Maybe YPG. That might be it, too. They might have cut out the blood. That's what it was. It was strange when she shoves the gremlin in the microwave and explodes, and the camera gets a close-up shot of the head. Yeah, that was, yeah. Because she shoved it. Whenever she originally shoved it into the microwave, it didn't look like it was going to fit. But then, like, she actually just shoved it in there and, like, shoves its piece. And you see its ears kind of flop back and shut it in there. Yeah, and then the close-up of its head. Because then it just turns into, like, a head in there. And then it... Which is still cool. Which is still cool. Like, yeah, it's still cool. Not complaining about that. Not complaining about that. Still good, though. Very entertaining. And so then we go to Stripe. I guess Stripe was the main one. Stripe's with the Mohawk. So the Mohawk is like the main gremlin bad guy. But he's not really a bad guy. He's just a gremlin. And they just want to take care of each other. They want to do their own shit, you know? So he gets desperate after that because one of them, he just saw one of his friends get his head chopped off. And he's like, holy shit, I have to go. And if you guys remember the rules, now we know. Number one, don't let them have the sun because the sun will kill them. They don't work well in the sun. Number two, don't feed them after midnight because they turn into gremlin. They turn into the gremlins. Is the gremlins the actual monster gremlins, or are they all just gremlins and they transform and they're still gremlins? Because they cocoon and then they become gremlins, or how does that work? There's also when she starts stabbing the gremlin repeatedly. I forgot all about that. She stabbed the shit out of that damn thing too. But you would. Like, I liked it, though, because it seemed realistic. It seemed like, yeah, you're going to do all this shit. I mean, I probably wouldn't have microwaved I probably wouldn't have thought to microwave it. That was fucking good. That was good. That was a good call. But everything else I probably would have did. I would have stabbed those little shits. I would have chopped the head off. I would have kicked them. I would have did everything that I could to those little things. And I like it that they don't make them like super strong. They don't make them like super like super crazy out there. Like it's something that's like impossible to get through. But then But then he gets desperate now. Now you remember what happens. Eating after midnight, you turn into a gremlin. And number three is do not let them get wet. Because what happens when they get wet, they procreate. They have all these little things coming out of them. Gremlin monster, Gizmo, Mogwai. That's it. Mogwai. The Mogwai. That's it. They're the Mogwai. Have to pay attention to the rules of the Mogwai. Thank you guys. Bernie, Lori, and Tara. All of you jumped in and had the Mogwai. I couldn't remember the damn name, but now that you say that it hit me just like that. There's also when she starts, stabbing the, yep, I saw that one. She starts stabbing it. Mogwai, then they turn to a gremlin. That's it. That makes sense. Mogwai, and then they turn to a gremlin. That makes sense. Hi, everyone. I hope I'm not late. Mahoney, you got right here in the middle, man. I'm sorry, but you got right here in the middle. Just in the middle of everything, but we're talking about the Gremlins, and we're in the middle. We're actually kind of in the middle of the Gremlins movie as it is. And so the Mogwai. So now, like this girl just slaughtered all these fucking Gremlins, and they have to fall back. They have to fall back, come up with a new plan, and the new plan is. Do you guys remember that rule about not getting wet? Guess what this guy does? And whenever he did this, I was like, oh man, y'all are all fucked now. This little gremlin, this little used to be Mogwai, now it's a gremlin. This little gremlin jumped into a pool. He jumped into a pool, and then obviously, if you get a little wet, because it showed him earlier in the movie, he put a little dapper and dapped one, and then it shot out like one. But if you put more water on them, then they procreate and procreate. So this thing jumped into the water, and then you just see all kinds of crazy bubbles coming out from the pool. Coming up, and just going crazy. And then you just see, and of course there's like the cliche thing in the movie where the kid's running around trying to tell everybody about the Gremlins, and nobody believes them until they see these little green men running around fucking shit up. Just fucking shit up. And it's fun, though. It's a fun movie. Definitely wouldn't have a GHTP moment. Gizmo had to pee. There be mass gremlin hysteria. Yeah, exactly. Massive hysteria with the Gremlins. That's for sure. I would love to see a gremlin in the part in the movie theater. Kills me. That's what I was getting to now. The part in the movie theater where all the Gremlins are in there watching Beauty and the Beast of all movies. And of course it works perfectly. Or was it Snow White? I think it was Beauty and the Beast. There was like thousands produced from the pool. Right, exactly. There was like thousands produced from the pool. Like he jumped into the pool and then they just started all coming out. It's like a mountain of Gremlins. And I was just thinking in that, I was like, man, how does it stop? If one gets wet and then it has another and it has another and it has another, like at a certain point, there's going to be so much mass in the pool where it knocks all the water out, and then they stop procreating because they pulled all the water out. Because the water's not just going to stay there if you keep replacing it with the new mass and the new mass. The one with the popcorn bags on his ears. There was a lot of the movie theater turned into like a completely different movie. As they were all in the movie theater, they all had their own personalities. They all had their own traits. You had one like wanting to be a ball dancer. You had another like was eating the Hot Pockets or hot dogs. They were all their own things. Yes, exactly. Barry Jones said, "I like the way they had human qualities." Yeah, exactly. They were watching Snow White. Still fucking Snow White. What the fuck? I love that, but like the funny thing is, they were enjoying it. The Gremlins were enjoying the movie. They loved it. Gremlins seem like they'd be cool to have around, though. I mean, they fuck shit up, but I mean, fun people kind of fuck shit up as it is anyway. Normally, anyway. Normally. But the movie theater one was great, but then it makes you like them more, because then there's like a Marilyn Monroe one. They're all like little goofball shitheads. They're little goofball shithead monsters who are just wanting to have fun. And there was like one, and they're getting drunk. They're getting wasted. They're just in there like at the bar pushing this girl around. And then that's another great part where the girl is in the bar and she's doing everything that they say at first. She's doing what they say. She's getting them drinks and she's running around trying to drive herself crazy. to do whatever to make him happy, to keep the gremlins happy. And then she starts killing him. Then she starts running around and getting away from him. And it was so great. Oh yeah, there was a flasher gremlin too. What the fuck? Why is there a flasher gremlin? Why is there a gremlin that's flashing people in the fucking movie? Because that was so random too. Like, you're seeing all these ridiculous people, and then you look over, and there's this little green guy. Let me look it up. Because that was a good one. The fucking, the gremlin streaker, that was so, like, that was brilliant. Brilliant. Gremlin streaker. Yeah, let me get a picture of that. Oh, they have the prop too. That's pretty badass. They have a ooh, I might get me an action figure of the of that little guy. The flasher. Check this out. Oh, hold on, let me give me 1 sec. Cause that flasher, dude, like that flasher is just brilliant. It's just brilliant. Let's see. Where'd it go? Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 sec. I'm trying to find the picture of the streaking gremlin. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. Now we're good. Little idiot. You just look over and you see, look how proud he is of himself. Look how proud he is of himself, though. And that's like an action figure. They have action figures for these shits. I have to get me one of these. God, that was so brilliant, dude. It's just so ridiculous. There's some funny shit. It is a semi-violent comedy. Yeah, exactly. There was a flasher gremlin. Yeah, dude. The Daystone Wolf, that flasher, the flasher gremlin is so. God, that was hilarious to me. And that was just such a random. It has nothing to do with any of the movie. It's got nothing to do with any of it. It's just a funny fucking thing. And look how proud he is of himself. He's like, oh, the Futtermans are hilarious as well. The elderly couple trying to help eliminate the problem. Yeah, they were trying. They were doing their best. But, you know. When they went, all hell broke loose. You remember the one gun, too. Yeah. The streaker was phenomenal. The streaker was the best, one of the best parts of the damn movies, man. That streaker was so funny. It had me, oh my God. The Flasher Gremlin figure is about $40. I'll spend that $40. That's well worth it. The Gremlin, that streaker. If I could have the Gremlin streaker and he's streaking like that, I think I do want that on my mantle. That's a good one. And I'm not really into, too many of the action figures and stuff, but I'll get that action figure. I know Daystone Wolf, you asked me if I had any action figures, and I do. Actually, now I remember, I do have a Brock Lesnar bobblehead that I bought at the first ever SmackDown that I ever went to. So that's why I kept it, because that was like my memory of the first time I ever went to like a WWE show was when I got that bobblehead. It's a shit bobblehead, though, because his tattoos are stickers. They put stickers on the tattoo. It's not even, like, painted onto the thing. So, it's like, what the hell, man? That's some horse shit, man. But then, of course, the great scene that you get the streaker, you get all these different personality types of the little gremlins and everything. And then, of course, they cut. There's a stripe figure too. Yeah, there's also a stripe figure. Yeah, I have definitely seen the stripe figure. I just didn't know that they had the streaker figure. I'm so happy about the streaker figure. The streaker figure gets me so excited. I'll leave that up for a little bit, just to let you guys know. That's what's up. Put him in the corner. There we go. Streaker gremlin. I totally forgot about the fucking Streaker gremlin. Maybe I didn't even know about it. Maybe when I was younger, I had no idea what a streaker was. It's a flasher, one where you can hit a button. First thing to flash a man cat is man cat. Man cat will definitely do that. I have never seen it, so I'm very lost. Yeah, Mahoney, it is an older game. It's an older movie that I've seen when I was younger, but it was in the 84. It came out in 84. I was born in 87, so it's a lot older than I am. So, check it out if you have some time. It's a very violent, very, very violent, kind of gross comedy. I guess you could say that. But they're thinking about doing a part 3, so that's why I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit, and I'll talk about 2 maybe in a couple of weeks. But this was a fun one, and I was like, man, I got to talk about this because I'll watch movies and shit, but they don't really stick out to me like I got to talk about them on the show. But this one I had to talk about on the show because it was still funny. Very, very violent. Way more violent than I was expecting. But God, man, it's still a good movie. It's still a good movie. Easy to follow. Very entertaining. I mean, it's basic. It's not fucking Avatar or any of these crazy James Cameron movies. But I don't even know how deep those movies are anyway. They just have good graphics. Damn, I was 20 when it came out. Damn, Barry. All right, guys. Here we go. Hashtag IHTP, and then whenever I come back, we will finish wrapping up the show. So if anybody comes in, just make sure that you tell them that I will be back and don't leave. So give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Do you watch shows like Game of Thrones and Vikings? Yes, I love Game of Thrones. I watched all of the Game of Thrones, and I haven't seen all of the Vikings, but I do like those types of shows. I always wondered when Stripe had the time to find a gun while in the middle of rampaging. He probably was rampaging, and he just saw it. He just saw it out of nowhere, you know? RPG is in the IHTP break. Yes, you know it. Still have my Gizmo figure sitting here on my computer desk. That's pretty badass. I want a Gizmo figure. Now I want a Gizmo figure. So anyway, the movie theater scene was pretty fun, pretty badass. But what's more badass is whenever they cut that gas line in it. They cut the gas line in it and then had the fire. So they had to have a fire, set a fire, and then explode it and kill most of them. They killed most of them, guys. By the end of the movie, they killed most of the gremlins. It's a big explosion, but at least you get a big explosion at the end. I know we all like big explosions, so at least it had a big explosion. Bernie, this has to go pee moment. Huge gremlin has to pee. Yeah, exactly. It's brought to you by Streaker Gremlins on Parade. The 3 rules to not do to a Mogwai. And Shy's wonderful reminders to hit the like buttons. Yes, and make sure you hit the like buttons. Make sure you hit the share and subscribe and all that other good shit, you know. Just to give us that support. Like button's more important. Like button's more important. I guess subscribing's cool. But liking's cool too. All of it's cool, you know. I personally find a bobblehead to not be an action figure. Yeah, you're right. It's not an action figure. I was wrong. I'm trying to relate. I'm just trying to relate. It's not an action figure. It just sits there and bobbles its head. There's no action to it. Unlike the exploding match from AEW, big explosion unlike AEW. That's you guys are assholes. Barry Jones and Mahoney Games. One on Facebook and one on YouTube. You guys had like parallel thinking at its best, because that is fucking brilliant. I love that both of you said that. Both of you said that, unlike the exploding match from AEW. True though. True. Man, how that sucks. That sucks. I do like how Moxley was like, wow, he can't build a exploding thing for shit. I mean, what else are you gonna say, you know? That sucks. That sucks. But yes, a big explosion, unlike the little explosion that AEW got, and it was a great finish. It is a great finish. Explosions, like AEW had the right idea. They most definitely had the right idea. It's just, it didn't work. Sometimes things don't work though. Wrestling's hard, man. You do everything live. You can't just reek one time that it doesn't work out in wrestling. It does suck that it was on a pay-per-view and it is on a multi-million-dollar company who should mind their P's and Q's and clarify that it's going to work or not before that. But maybe they did do all that. Maybe everybody did do all their due diligence, and then it still happened. So it's like, what can you do? It just sucks. It just sucks when it happens. It's sad how it was a great match, but only remembered for the finish. That's the fucking pain of being a wrestler, dude. That's the pain of being a wrestler. That's the weird fucking reality about being a wrestler, because you can have everything going well, going great, going perfect, going well, and then you don't even notice it. It's maybe nothing even explodes, but then you go back to the fans and they're like, "Oh, I like this part where you did that," and you're like, "I don't remember even doing that. Were you even watching the match? Huh? You don't even watch the match." Omega. Oh, maybe it was Omega trying to explain it away, made it worse. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was Omega. I thought it was Moxley, but maybe it was Omega. Maybe one of the two. Yeah, that sucks. I did not see about what happened with AEW. Yeah, Daystone Wolf. AEW had a exploding match at the end. They had a death match, and they had like an exploding thing at the end. And it just didn't explode. It looked like sparklers went off, and it was just like anticlimactic. And it's just one of those things. Like, there's going to be 12 other pay-per-views, or hopefully more than that. I'm sure that they do more pay-per-views than that, but it's just one of those shit things that happens, and it could be not anybody's fault. It's just one of those things, dude. Like, at that point, like, I'd be more disappointed with a botch than that, because that is completely, like, what can you do? What can you do? After it's over, it's over. And then, of course, nobody's happy about it. Do you have anything else about the Gremlins before we jump off? I think that because we got the explosion, the explosion happened. It was all great. It was fun. There's going to be an explosion next month in Barnesville. Match of the year coming up. You goddamn right. Me and Drew Adler are going to tear it up. Or I'm going to tear Drew Adler up, as you know, Barry. That's exactly what you know. You know how it's going to go. You ain't even got to ask. You know how it's going to go. Jordane's going to win it. It looked like those Halloween sparklers from when you were a kid. Yeah, it did. Yeah, that sucks. Like, Roman candles are more badass than what the sparklers that they had there. It just didn't work out, man. It just didn't work out. And that's the nature of it. You know, sometimes things don't work out well, and you want to try to do better, but sometimes, man, it just doesn't work. Yeah, but the Gremlins was good. I'd recommend it if you have some time. It's not a PG movie. It's like a PG-13 movie. It doesn't have a lot of blood and stuff, but it has so much violence. Still fun, still entertaining. Great show, great movie. I'm going to watch part 2. I'll do another episode on that later on, because you guys know how we do here. We did all that. You know, wow, you and Drew, that'll be a really good match. Liked when he came up for MCW. Yeah, man, Drew's a good dude. And I actually wrestled Drew like 6 months before he came up for MCW. I wrestled him down in Alabama as well. So we have a little bit of a history. The end where Billy fights Stripe was good. Yeah, Stripe. Yeah, because Stripe had it coming too. Him and Stripe had it coming. And that was where I was starting to doze off a little bit. So I don't remember the ending too much when Billy and Stripe were fighting. But how did he finish Stripe? It's PG and PV, parental guidance and puppet violence. Puppet violence is the best. Because There was another movie. Oh no, it was the South Park creators movie. America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah. What song's that from? What movie's that from? Team America, World Police. That was the South Park movie, and they had their first ever sex scene with puppets, which is hot, if you ask me. So hot. I love those puppets. Puppets just get me going, y'all. Puppets just get me going. Anyway, I think that's a good spot to end it on. I think that was a good one. This was a fun little episode. More of a laid back kind of bullshit one. Billy threw Stripe in a fountain. Oh yeah. Damn, I forgot about that one. Yeah, me too. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off here. We're gonna I gotta go get my workout in. Get back to work tomorrow. All the other regular stuff. Mistake, the light got striped. That's what it was, the stripe. Yep, the light. But I'm going to hop off here, guys. This is another fun episode. We're going to start experimenting going about 6 or 7 o'clock now, because it seems like that might be, I think that's a better time for everybody. It seems like that's a better time for everybody. So we'll try to keep everybody coming in and going. Of course, Hot Shots 2, the kill count is Charlie Sheen shooting up the Iraqi palace scene. Oh god, Hot Shot! I gotta go back and watch Hot Shots now, because I bet Hot Shots is pretty damn good. Missed the most of it. Still had a great time. Looking forward to the next one. Hell yeah, Mahoney Games. Yeah, we'll definitely get you next time. Tomorrow's going to be a fun episode. I'm trying to think of what I had planned. I don't really have too much written down. I did say that I wanted to do something earlier. Oh, it was the Dr. Fauci. Oh, I got to write that down too. Which will be a fun shit-talking episode. Let's see. Interview. I'm just writing this down so I don't forget. You guys know how I am with my notes. All right, I'm going to hop off here, guy. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my show. Shy with that phenomenal comment. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on that bell icon, get a notification. Do follow Mancat at asshole_mancat on Instagram. Asshole_cat. Asshole_cat. Of course, Hot Shots 2, the kill count as Charlie Sheen shooting up by Iraqi police. Yep, did that one. Lori, it was good seeing you again, Lori. I'll talk to you later on. And Lori Morris, good night. Bernie, 6 would be a good time. Tomorrow, MCW Cast has Kim Klasick on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Should be a really good episode. That should be a really good episode. Y'all check out the MCW podcast if you have time. That is our local Maryland professional wrestling promotion. And they always need your support. We always need your support. We're all part of the same group. And, you know, we're just professional wrestlers out here trying to get it. Lilith Alva Faith. Hey, Lilith. You look nice in glasses. Thank you, Lilith. I appreciate that so much. Bernie. Screwman Cat. All about King Cat. You damn right, King Cat. Oh, wrong way. I went to the blank side instead of the Man Cat side. All right. See ya. Have a good night, everyone. See you guys.